David, a good point on Tuesday and another strong defensive display, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I think that's one goal conceded in 3 or 4 away games, I think. So we knew that we were turning the corner, and our away form was obviously it manifested itself to last Saturday's win at BP, and we know we've got to continue our away form that's really helped us sort of get some momentum. Obviously we've got another tough game. They're all tough games. A team fighting for their lives, and I'm sure if we keep another clean sheet we'll come away with at least a point.
That's 3 unbeaten games. What importance did you place on becoming tough to beat in recent weeks?
Well, the thing was we've actually played much better previous to the last 3 games with the football, but we were also vulnerable. Now we sort of flipped the coin, if you like, and said, right, let's just be hard to beat, and the lads have responded magnificently well. When we spoke to John last week, that after the Doncaster game we had, I wouldn't say heart to heart, I think that's putting a different spin on it, but certainly an open and frank conversation where people said what they wanted to say, and that's really helped. I think that's provided clarity for everyone, and I think you can see that. I've never once thought that the players weren't trying their hardest. They quite clearly were before, and they are now. We just needed a bit of clarity, really, a bit of understanding, so that we produce the performances, and more importantly at the minute, get the results like the last 3 games.
You mentioned about the 1 goal conceded. How pleased have you been with that defensive unit, and that's the whole team as well, not just the back 4 or 5?
Yeah, look, the back 3 and the goalkeeper will get a lot of the plaudits, but I'd say the midfield are working extremely hard. Rosie chase Chris Backett across the pitch if you asked him to, and obviously whether it's Donovan or Justin or Rakil or Abu or anyone else who was up there with him, they all work their socks off, all of them, and that's credit to the lads, and that makes them hard to beat. So yes, the back players might get a bit more of the credit, but it's a team effort.
And you said after the game, talked about the fans and how brilliant they were, heading sort of another 600 on Saturday.
Wow.
That must give you a bit of an extra lift, and those players run that extra yard when they've got that back.
Yeah, I can't speak highly enough of the fans. I can't. When we're on a proper run, I can't wait to see BP, rocking, because I know it'll come. The fans have been fantastic towards the players, towards me, towards the club. Taking 600 again on the back of a midweek game in London is an outstanding achievement. I can't thank them enough for the support. I hope we give them plenty to cheer about, because we are all in it together. Every single stakeholder, whether it's players, staff, fans, board, sponsors, media. It doesn't matter. We're all in it together in our own way, and we've got to make sure that we repay the faith and the hard-earned sort of yards that the fans go to support us up and down the country. It's much appreciated.
Looking at this or tomorrow's opponents, do you expect a similar challenge to the one you face with Forest Green?
The short answer is no. The Sutton have been extremely unlucky to not pick up more points in the last few weeks, that's for sure. They're not as bad as what people probably think they are, by a long way. They can certainly go long into Smith, or they can play football, and they've got a bit of everything. On the flip side of the coin, they are bottom of the league, so we've got to make sure that however they play against us, the truth is we didn't think Forest Green would play like that against us. We were more than happy for them to play like that against us, because we knew we'd be really hard to beat, which was how it proved. So we've got to make sure that however we think Sutton play, we've got to make sure we understand what that is, and also any alternatives that might come up on the day. So we've got to have the answers. It's as simple as that. And if we do, then we'll be, and we're hard to beat, then we'll give a good account of ourselves and hopefully pick up more points.
Would you say there's potentially more pressure on them, particularly after the week we've had?
I don't know. That's a question for Steve and their staff. What I would say is I'd much rather be in our shoes than theirs.
And with that, obviously, the last 2 results we've had, potential win tomorrow would really get us looking up rather than down.
Yeah, the last 3 results, but yeah. I think, look, if we win tomorrow, then we've had a good week. We can turn it into an excellent week, and that's the aim. Irrespective of what others do or what others don't do, we've got to look after ourselves. That's all we're concentrating on. Sutton's our next opponent. The week after it's Milton Keynes and Gillingham. We've just got to make sure we focus on ourselves, and if we do that, then we'll give anyone a good game, and we'll hopefully pick up points.